Good afternoon, because it's in the afternoon right now, and I'm making this video before heading off to my school. Today I woke up with the mood, and I also um, I have a confidence today. Unlike yesterday, I think I was kind of tired because I had a trip on Sundays and I didn't have enough sleep. But today I feel confidence. I had some coffee today in the morning, so I feel something's positive. I have also thought about school as I was discussing yesterday about the loans and all stuff like that. But yeah, it's a challenging thing to talk about. But I will definitely discuss more in the future about that. Right now, I try to talk about something that we discussed yesterday in my class. It was about corporate tax versus interest rate. Right now we have the current administration, so that's why I like being in DC, is that you can talk about things that you can actually see or experience. So as I'm in DC right now, we have the president in the power who has passed a beautiful bill, and this beautiful bill is helping corporations reduce the tax burden. And is this a good thing? Is this a bad thing? That's what I'm gonna be discussing about, or maybe looking into. So today I'm gonna go to the university and print out all the beautiful bill paperwork and get to check the tax code. I never really thought about getting into tax code. I mean, it's kind of fascinating on how you can do so much with taxes and all the tax systems, and track all the system. I mean, I thought that tax system is only for the accounting people, right? But the accountant only do the numbers, right? They only get the revenue, like the capital, and then they subtract and they report. They don't really think about the policy, the implications. So I might end up being a tax specialist someday, who knows? And they, as I'm studying this and as I'm going to be looking into research and kind of read the implication of it, I might in the future become a policy analyst or work for corporations. I feel like doing a master's degree can open up a new opportunity as well, because I thought about, in undergrad I did corporate evaluation, where you see, where you evaluate the value of a corporation. But it turns out that the value of a corporation comes after the corporation has paid taxes, or after the corporation has written off all the date and all um, the interest rates and all these things like that. But with a master's degree in economics, we can now see the both the corporations tax code, and also you can see the corporation's revenue. Then the middle one becomes the evaluations, the worthiness. Like we hear on the news, like the company is making $2 billion revenue, but we don't really know how much they paid in taxes, how much they were able to write off, what's the how did the equipment lose the value, like all of those things. We don't think about it. And then here comes the president passes the tax bill, and then we hear people complaining about how corporations are getting away without paying taxes. Is that real? Is that false? Going to school kind of gives you an exposure of those things, instead of like listening to the news and articles and those things advocating or stuff like that. So anyways, today I'm just here, and I'm gonna be looking into the beautiful bill and seeing if this is actually a good thing. I'm also going to be looking into the welfare system to see when families try to get some money from child tax credit. How does that affect it? There are tons of research papers So for the first time, I'm gonna be reading research papers and try to evaluate them. There is a construction happening here. Try to evaluate them. So it's I think it's a wonderful thing. I think it's something that I am excited about. I'm happy to do. I'm happy to get dab into the ingredients. Write an article, publish some papers, and I see where this goes. So yeah, and then hopefully someday I will get some jobs in those areas where I have to do policy analyst. So yeah, that's what I have to do. Nothing much. I also want to touch on something I saw yesterday on the news. So I was reading DW, which is a news channel from Germany. They published an article where one of the immigrant, Garcia, I think that's his name, he was deported to South America. Then he was brought back to the US. Yeah, the guy is building construction. And then the I forgot what I was about to say. Some construction guys in here building a house. I guess they're about to install solar. I don't know. Yeah, I think they're about to install solar panels. I mean, ask my landlord about the solar panels program. That's beautiful. Anyway, I'll talk about solar panels in my next video actually, because it looks like my house is getting solar panels, which is the best thing ever. Because this month we are going to pay the highest amount of electricity bill because of the hot summer. But if you had solar panels, the bill would have gone down. Anyway, there's another video. But US is now deporting migrants to Uganda, which is where I'm from. So I will talk about that also in the next videos. So those things I'm gonna be jumping into, because when you do a master's program and you are in Washington DC, you're expected to be thinking, you're expected to be looking at all different challenges, different things, you know, and you become an important person in the future, right? You gain this momentum, decision making. When I was in the class yesterday in my master's program, the professor was like, you know, expected to be others, you know, some of you look professional. So yeah, you get the title of professionalism, and that's how you grow. That's how you get older. I mean, I can't imagine where I have reached right now, where I am right now, and making these videos. And I've started to see some views, you know, 4, 5, 10 views on my YouTube channel. Some hopefully is going to be growing much faster, much quicker. I'm going to keep being active on LinkedIn, posting and attending different conferences, different meetings, and hopefully that one day I will strike a deal and get some good paying job. I'm not yet there, but I think I'm gonna get there, and it's gonna be fascinating if my employer, my manager, my supervisor sees this video and goes, you know what, we believed in James. He always have good ideas since a long time ago. But anyways, this is supposed to be a short video. I usually don't have ideas when I'm filming during the day. I usually have ideas in the evening. That's when I see everything I saw. But because my classes are from 5:10 until 7:40, I'm not able to get home until like 9 o'clock. So I cannot film at night. As you see, I have to be in my closet where it's light, because it's a little bit darker. And my GoPro is not that good, and I don't want to use artificial lights to make my face look brighter. So this natural light is the best thing I can ever do. So what is I'm going to share today? Again, it's Tuesday, the second day for my class, and I'm hoping that I will get so much out of it, and I'll get to touch in the research, get to read papers, get to understand how to evaluate, get to understand how, especially right now, how our current government works, the implications. You know, you probably heard about things like tariffs. How do they calculate tariffs? How do they come with those numbers, right? Percentages, right? Back and forth. The US is behind in terms of infrastructure, in terms of technology, in terms of the amount of skilled labor. You know, US shortage in terms of skilled labor. All those things are they affect the U.S. economy, and it does definitely affect lots of people in the best government overall. And on the U.S. government needs to find out what kind of policy can they pass, and who can they let in and who can they let in. Should they let in more migrants who are skilled labor or less migrants? What's the implication, right? The incentives, those things are needed for sure. So here I am, and another thing that I learned is that I asked the question if AI is going to take over the economists, and the answer was no, like I expected. AI has not been productive, so one of the things I'm going to be looking into as part of my economic class is looking at AI, technology, software, how productive are they been, because I know for a fact that tons of people right now, they are working in warehouse. Despite the amount of robotics that have been developed, they haven't been more productive as we thought. Even in China, where they have high technology, they still have human labor working in factories. Apple, one of the biggest companies in China, they are still using human labor to produce iPhones. So is technology really helpful? Should companies invest more money? Should AI be embraced? How likely? What about low-income countries like in Africa? Should we, does investing in technology in Africa actually help people succeed, or does investing in education help these people succeed? All those questions, all those answers can be answered by research, answered by looking into empirical data, creating assumptions, and eventually evaluating and looking into where we can put the money into. So that's all for today. And like always, please, if you find this video helpful, share, like, comment. And again, please, I'm just doing this, I'm just starting over, and I've been trying to do this every single day, and I'm trying to adjust. I'm trying to see what time can I film and what can I say, and if I can involve in editing. I'll be taking a class called Adobe Creative Skills, where I'm gonna be learning how to edit videos and how to film perfect videos. So hopefully that class will, 1 month class will, actually it's 2 month class. I hope that it will give me the foundation to create the best content that people may enjoy, rather than these boring videos. Because I watch more videos, like when I watch on YouTube, they are sort of boring. So I'll be more creative in the future, but for now, this is going to be just me speaking and talking, no statistics. But once I print out the beautiful bill, I'm going to look into the tax implications. I'm going to look into how those things works, how they calculated those things. I'm going to look into the calculations, mathematical, because the economics is all about math, right? Look into the math, the empirical data, and try to understand. I think it's 1,200 pages, so it's a lot of pages. And I'm gonna look into one by one, trying to evaluate these things. So the budget and where the money has been allocated, and all those things. So in the meantime, I'm gonna just try to find a ways of paying for my graduate program, because I need the money. If you have any ideas, please let me know. I need the money to pay for my graduate program, and if I get a job, that's even better, so I can work and pay, because my class doesn't start until 5 o'clock, so I can work from morning to evening, and then do school in the evening. So I have plenty of opportunities to get a job and start working instead of whatever that would be. So I'm also gonna hit up my career center and see if they have some job opportunities available in my field. Anyways, other than that, take care, and like always, ciao ciao. And yeah, I don't have anything to share. Cool, bye bye. I'm waiting to hit 15 minutes so I can click stop recording. So far so good. I hope this week goes well. I hope this week goes perfect, and I hope that whatever you are, whatever you're doing, whatever you're going through, please just know that you're not alone. You're not the only person, and things will get better. Like always, bye bye. See you.